It's only been about 2 weeks, and it feels like it's always been like this. It's amazing how when I get out of bed now, it's like I'm amped to come back to work. You know, I feel weights lifted off my shoulders. I feel really clear and concise about what I see and the decisions I make. And I'm quicker in making those decisions, and I'm real firm with them. We started doing my conditions, and it's just such a great feeling to get through those and just unbury yourself from the burdens. And it's just a good feeling, and you know, I just see the improvements around. I see the staff more bubbly and more productive in general. Yeah, they're just, you know, they're really, I mean, they're excited now. You can see the excitement, and you can see now that they know what we're trying to do. It's just everybody's got ideas. Everything's coming up to the surface now. And before it was just like hum, quiet. You know, it was a whole different environment, and it's just been 2 weeks. We're already seeing the numbers improve, and I think what we estimated we're probably going to result in double that. Very realistically, we're doing every division, and just in the automotive division, we surpassed what we projected in our goals. Just from the stuff we uncovered that wasn't being done and wasn't being done correctly, we're going to surpass the goal for the whole company. We haven't even gotten into the flat glass side yet. And we've already found discrepancies here that was not being seen that can double the volume of that division. It's just, you know, you get busyness and not really busy, and it's just really eye-opening to where we're going to be in the next year. I can't believe I was so blind. Anybody considering doing this consulting, you know, do the analysis, and that alone opened my eyes. And I've had 2 others done, and the third one we still found so many areas to improve on. You know, and if Bernard tells you he's going to get you an X return, that's an underestimate.
When I first got to T&T, Tommy Silva was working 16 hours a day. He had been in business for 20 years, and he was working 16 hours a day. And the thing that he told me that he wanted to handle at that time was, I'm working 16 hours a day and I can't get away from the business. And I want to make some more money. Those were the first things that he told me the first day I was in his office. And I worked with Tommy Silva because he was our first client. He was my first client. And we worked for about 2 months on that job. And about a year later, we had 1,000x his profits. He was still working in the business, but he didn't have to be in the business, okay? And now, Mr. Silva with T&T Tinting is the largest tinting contractor, tinting company in the United States.
Me and Bernard have become really close friends, and he's sharp. And all of you guys, all of the staff is just very professional. You guys know what you need to deliver, and each of you deliver it above, exchange in abundance all the time. It's just amazing to see how well you guys are run and how well you guys are trained. And one day, this will be like that.
I had my doubts. I don't have the doubts anymore. So, yes, exceeded expectations.
Happy with it. They're very professional, and they, always ask us the right questions, and they challenge us on things that, sometimes that we don't know that we're doing subconsciously. So I think they've been doing a great job.
Well, we're a lot, I don't know, I want to say like joyful or happy or like more upbeat. Especially Tommy seems a lot more like positive about things. He's not quite as stressed out. I have now a vernacular to describe things that I'm doing and the way that I'm interacting with my coworkers.
each BDI engagement is different because we're going to produce an exact result, but it depends on what's going on at that particular time with the business owner, with the business. In the case of T&T, Mr. Silva is transitioning because the organization is now going from, and you have to understand, it is now considered the largest. And here's the thing that I really had to handle Mr. Silva on. I said, Mr. Silva, you know, we're already considered the best. So where do we go from here? Because we can't compare ourselves. The only thing that we can compare ourselves to is us. And that is the focus that I've had Mr. Silva focusing on. You know, and I'm now having Mr. Silva to look, Mr. Silva, are you maximizing who you are? And are you maximizing your capabilities as it relates to this organization? And if you answer no to any one of those questions, we've got a lot of work to do. And that's why we're here today. But Mr. Silva was willing to confront that, be honest with himself. But Mr. Silva is a champion, and he's interested in continuing to be one. Because there's two levels of work. Number one, becoming a champion. Then number two, maintaining yourself as one. And that's where we are now with Mr. Silva. And he's very, very interested in being the best and maintaining being the best for the next 10 to 12 years.
We're going to do it annually now, not even wait 4 or 5 years like we did before. We're going to budget for it and do it every single year as ongoing training for new people and just refreshing the executives and the managers, and just keep it going on an annual basis so that we just keep it fresh.
I really pushed him really hard this time. I said, look, we got to go in and handle. And he allowed me to come in. We did an analysis on the organization. And in the analysis, he was able to spot where he could have been making additional profits, you know, well into the 6 figures. So, and then he was also able to assess exactly where the organization was weak and why. And he got the exact answers to his questions, you know, so then he didn't have to guess, he knew. And then I told him, as it relates to us as an organization, what steps we could do to attack those particular issues and problems. And I showed him what we can guarantee him as a return if we are allowed to do that. And it was a no-brainer for him. So he allowed us to start, and here we are.
We're getting into really philosophical stuff almost in my level of training with Bernard right now, but it is deep, it's strong, and it means it's down to even from the basic words to philosophy. I mean, it is very it opens your mind, it makes you think, and it makes you look at everything different.
The analysis is an in-depth third-party analysis done on an organization. What we do is, if you can imagine a car that you have a Ferrari, and because I like to tell business owners, your business really is a Ferrari. You know, it is the thing that is providing you a living. It is the thing that's taking care of your family, allowing you to reach your goals. And it's something that's very special to business owners or executives. Their business, it's very private. It's like their prized possession. And they don't want anyone just touching it. I understand that. But I tell business owners as it relates to analysis all the time, just imagine you have a Ferrari and you've been driving this Ferrari for 5 years, which means working in this business for 5 years, and you've never taken it to the shop. And the guy that's driving her, well, yeah, but I fixed it. Really? Would you really trust you, who's never been trained in fixing a Ferrari, to fix your own Ferrari? No, you don't do that. A Ferrari owner, if he gets into the car and it's not performing as well as it could be, he takes it to the shop. And the moment that he takes it to the shop, Before the mechanic starts to fix the car, they hook it up to the diagnostic machine to identify what areas need to be handled and why. Because you don't want to spend your time trying to fix everything when there only might be 1, 2, or 3 things. So the analysis pinpoints for the business owner exactly what are the issues, why they exist, what's causing them, what can be done about it, how they can be fixed, and if it's fixed, how much additional money you'll be making. Because business owners tell me this all the time. Well, I know my problems, but the thing that business owners generally don't know is, number one, how to resolve those problems, because if they did, they wouldn't have those as problems anymore. And number two, how much those problems are costing them in terms of bottom line profits. Because if they really did know, they would have been taking action to get rid of that problem. The whole purpose of having an analysis done, and even moving forward if we engage in consulting, is simply this: to assist the business owner or the executive in reaching his goals. It's real simple. If you aren't or have not accomplished what exactly you want to accomplish, you need to see me. If you're saying to yourself, well, we're working on it, you need to see me. If you were saying to yourself, well, we would like to do it in the future, you need to see me. The only person who doesn't need to see me is the guy who says, wow, I've just sold a business for 10x of what I bought it for, and I'm out of the game and I'm no longer playing. As long as you're in the game, you need to see me. At the end of the analysis, we present the findings to the client. We show them what are the issues, why they exist, how much it's costing the organization. Then we go through a process of telling them exactly what it actually takes to fix the business and why, based on their specific things and issues that they're dealing with. At that point, we then talk about what our services are, and see if the business owners is interested in us implementing the solutions to the problems that we've given them in the analysis. You know, unlike other consulting companies, in our analysis, which is guaranteed, we actually give the business owner the solutions. At the end of the analysis, the business owner then makes a decision. Is he interested in us implementing the solutions for him? It might be the most cost-effective means for him to do that, but he'll have a clear understanding of that, and that's his decision that he'll make. But it's an analytical decision. It's not an emotional decision, because he has all the data in front of him. He can decide, okay, great, A, B, C, I want to do this. So if a client decides to then take us on and have us to implement the solutions, well, the A team comes in. You know, we are not a large consulting firm. We are a specialized firm. We don't work with a lot of clients on a yearly basis, and we've created that for a specific reason. So there are a lot of people that are interested in working with us, but not many people get that opportunity to work with us. We are selective about who we work with. We just don't have hundreds and hundreds of people to work, you know. So we've got a specialized team, and we go in and we strategically attack the issues as it relates to a business or an organization, and we make those modifications and changes that positively affects the organization, and we get those done within 6 to 8 weeks, which is remarkable time. So now we've got it pretty much down to a science where we're completely turning businesses around 360 degrees within 6 to 8 weeks.
No, it hasn't at all. We were all afraid that it would, because it does take some time and a lot of dedication, but you know, everybody's getting into it, and after the first few sessions, we're delegating things out so we can make time for myself and for our managers to get this training done. On the production level, they get a few sessions in, and then they're asking for more, and you know, they feel the difference. They see, they understand better, and they're making time to come during their lunch or, before they start, with people coming in now on their days off to do the training. So it's really kind of just spreading to a level of excitement now that everybody wants to be a part of.
A consultant is measured by one thing, not how well we talk, but how effective we are. That's how we're measured. And effectiveness is either, is the problem resolved or am I making more money? I don't know about other consultants and what they do, but I do know this. For every client that I've worked with, I've resolved every single one of their problems and they've made more money. Simple. Make them great. We're not interested in working with owners or executives that aren't interested in maximizing the existing resources that they have to obtain greatness. I'm not interested in working with anyone who wants to be good. I am driven to be great, because when me as a consultant takes on a project, I feel fully responsible for that company and organization, just like the senior executive does. And it is my responsibility, if I am hired or BDI is hired, to ensure that we reach the exact goals that that business owner wants it to happen. And with that said, I'm looking for business owners who are only interested in succeeding. Only. I'm not interested, a business owner can be skeptical. I don't care about that, because our results will handle the skepticism. But I'm interested in working with the business owner who's very interested in becoming the best and wanting to be the best or maximizing what he has. That's the business owner that I myself and BDI is looking to work with. If we have that from the business owner or the executive, we working together, we produce miraculous results. A business is fun. What happens when it's not well run, well managed, and it's not hitting its objectives and goals, it becomes not fun. Okay? Winning equates to fun. Championship teams, when they're winning, are having a lot of fun. The players on the team get along great. They love each other. They can literally have a fight with each other, and 5 minutes later they've made up. That's what winning does. It's contagious. Okay? On a losing team, if we lose the analogy of sports, on a losing team, the morale is low. People are fighting each other. People are pointing the finger. That does not happen or exist on a winning team. And all you have to do, wherever you are on this planet, in this world, is look at a sports team you admire that's winning, and you'll see those traits and attributes in existence. And look at a team that's losing, and you'll see those traits and attributes. And compare that to your business right now that you own or that you're managing. And if you don't have those winning attributes fully in, and you aren't accomplishing the objectives, well, you're losing. Because if one is good, it doesn't guarantee their ability to survive. There's a lot of people that are good. There's not many people that are excellent. The most recognized people on the planet are excellent. Or should we say the largest minorities on the planet are champions. I make champions. BDI and our organization make other organizations champions. It takes a unique viewpoint, an attitude to be a champion. It takes one who's willing to commit himself to do work or work extra, to work hard, and champions, or if a champion is seeing this video, he understands because I'm now speaking his language. So, I speak champion talk. A lot of business owners don't know whether or not they can be a champion. That's not what's important. What's important is, do you want to be one? I come in and show you how that can be done. That's what I'm paid to do. Our organization is responsible for showing you how to be a champion, and then working with you and implementing, making sure that you are one. We help you to become a champion, but every champion that exists was helped to become one. No one became a champion on their own, and every champion has always had an excellent coach. It's my responsibility to be the coach and maximize the business owner to help maximize the organization. That is the role that I play and BDI plays. We assist the business owner in reaching his goals. And in terms of luck or maybes, no, that doesn't really exist in business. Do you have an understanding of what you're doing? Do you know how? And do you have the tools to do it? If you do, you'll do it or make it. If you don't, you need me. When we go into a company, we literally change the culture and the behavior of the employees. What you have to understand is most employees don't even know what it means to be an employee. They've never really been trained on what it is to be an employee. You know, they just grew up in life and like, okay, I gotta go out and get a job. But no one's never really explained to them what is their job. And then when they go into a company, the company 9 times out of 10 haven't really shown them or told them what does the job entail and what things must be done as relates to this job and why. So therefore they don't get the execution. So what we really do is we get the existing employees organized and coordinated and producing, so it's not all falling on the owner or the executive shoulders. Okay, that's the key thing that we do. You know, I think better than anyone. You know, we organize and coordinate people and get them functioning and running, because I'm sorry, a business isn't the computers. A business is the people who run the computers, or the business is the people who make up the business. You know, that's where you're going to make or break it. And if you don't focus on that, you're not going to win. You can go out and get the best piece of equipment or the best technology that you want, and those things are important and they help. But businesses are made of people, and if you don't address and handle people, you'll never be successful. I'm always trying to see what can we do to make things better or faster or produce some more excellent results for our client. One of the things that we've done or are doing now is we're doing videos for clients, and the reviews that we've gotten from our clients is like, oh my God, it's spectacular. I can't believe it. You know, I work with a lot of production companies, and I'm constantly trying to see what does it take to get a person up to speed in producing or getting that production done. And you know, we do go into a lot of businesses or organizations that have it written down on paper. Great. What we've done is we've taken it to the next level. We've now put those things on video. So now an organization, when they're hiring new people, can train people via videos. And people love to watch videos. Okay, that's what people are doing nowadays. They're spending 3-4 hours a day on Facebook watching videos. Okay, when you go into a nightclub or to a restaurant, people looking at their smartphone watching videos. Now a person can watch those particular videos of things, and they're training videos, and people love that. People love to train watching videos. It cuts the time down in half from a training standpoint, easily in half. Okay, it increases production by 30 to 45%. Even if you have an employee who's on post producing and they aren't doing it right, now the foreman or the executive can say, come here, pull you off, go watch video A, go watch video B. And they aren't losing any production because they haven't to train that person, because the video trains them. Okay, or the executive or the owner say, go watch video A and look at minute 3 through minute 12, and it addresses that specific issue that they aren't doing well. So that's the thing that we've done to take things to the next level. And also with that video library there, that's in place. And because from a consultant standpoint, we're going to identify from production or how to do your job, what is the most efficient way to do it. Now the business owner has a video library of how to do everything perfectly, which can last 10 to 12 years. So he's not dependent upon an individual or person to have to do that for him, or a particular trainer. And the thing that's great about the videos is we can go into organizations who have trainers who are excellent, who have understand a particular craft or skill, and we can put that on video so the skill of the craft is never lost. What separates our videos from other videos is simply this, is that we add the consulting aspect into the video. Before we just shoot a video, we've gone through the process and made sure that we fully streamline the process so that we have only the exact actions that are necessary in order to produce a product. This is the one thing that every single business owner fully knows and understands. He can have an employee anywhere in this company, and it only takes the employee to do A, B, and C to get something done. But the employee is doing A, B, K, L, O, F, G, B, C. And the employer is like, oh my God, why is he doing all of those things? And it only takes A, B, C. Okay? When we shoot these videos exactly and precisely A, B, C, then the person is learning the exact steps of what to do and how to do it. And then with the videos, we have drills that a person does after the videos to increase their competence and speed. That's another thing that we have. So the videos are extremely effective, and we can create anything as it relates to the videos that we want. And the videos are an essential part of our consulting. I think that's another thing that also separates us from the regular competition. This is my lifetime purpose. When I help a business owner, not only does that help make his family better, but that helps make all his employees better. And then when those employees are better, they can provide for their families better. And then that business can provide for the community better, service its clients better. And then, you know, it's just such a win-win situation. So the reason why I do what I do is because I'm interested in changing the world. And I'm changing the world one business at a time. And I make businesses successful. That's what I do. That is what I produce. And a person pays me a lot of money to make them successful. That's why I work. Because if they're successful, then they're able to provide for their families, their employees, and there's just a huge effect, huge effect, huge effect. And we do business around the world, but I'm really, really interested in America, because the thing that's going to bring America back is small to mid-sized businesses winning. You know, we're losing businesses and jobs now to other countries, you know, but America has to come back, and it can, but it's going to come back through successes or small to mid-sized business owners becoming more and more successful. That's how communities are grown. You know, that's how cities are grown. It's business, man. It's business. So I'm here to stay. I've made a lot of people very, very successful. And I've got hundreds of thousands more in terms of my purpose to make that happen for. So that's why I do what I do. Me and Mr. Silva have identified and know for a fact that within the next 12 months, the business is going to double.
No doubt.
We know. The business is getting ready to explode. We already know. You guys have no idea. I'm just trying to prepare everybody. We will not be in this situation in the next coming months. We will stop talking about problems and what the problem is and what the problem is. We're not going to even focus on those things anymore. We're not. the company is going to a whole new level, and everyone here has an opportunity to take it to the next level if you're willing to do that.